welcome to Life in Ohio vlog for Tuesday. Hey guys, I'm going to talk today a little bit about fasting. Now, fasting is something that Christians do, but it's not really limited to Christians. Fasting can mean not eating food, but it can also mean not doing certain things. Now, the one fasting that has become popular amongst my faith and amongst a lot of people has been a Facebook fast or social networking fast. Now, back in my day, television was new. Back when I was a kid, television was a new thing. There was no computers yet, at least not personal ones. And back then, they kind of said things like, don't get too close to the TV, don't watch too much TV, it'll rot your brain, and things like that. They kind of say some of the same things about Facebook and tablets and phones like this and other devices like that nowadays. And to some extent, that's kind of where the idea of that is, as well as just the fact that a lot of times we just do wasteful things on Facebook. We debate politics, we talk about all sorts of different things that aren't so great, and taking a break from it is beneficial. But Facebook itself is a tool. Any medium can be used for evil, but just like mobile phones or TV or movies can be used for evil purposes, basically sharing the devil's message, it can be used for good, sharing God's message, showing people how to, recording something like this. I'm not trying to convince you to be a Christian or anything like that with this, but I'm just kind of sharing my thoughts on it. But now, taking a break from technology, I think it's a good idea to do that every once in a while. But I think, along with the lines of the Facebook fast and some of the other things I was thinking about, the key to this stuff is just how do you integrate this new stuff in your life without it becoming a problem, without going to your phone every time you're driving, when a message comes through. These are obviously tools, and tools, just like anything, I can pick up a hammer I've got over here, and I can use that for a bad thing, just like a gun's a tool. You can use those for bad things. You can kill people that don't deserve to be killed. You can accidentally kill your son or your wife or whatever, But ultimately, the tool is not the problem. Just like the guns aren't the problem with gun violence, the internet's not the problem with the evil, and video games aren't the problem with gun violence or any of that. It's just the tool is never at fault. The problem is the person, and the problem in the person's heart. All right. So, would I consider a Facebook fast? Probably not. And the only reason is because I use it for too many positive things. That the positive far outweighs any of the negative that I can see. I have a friend in high school that the only way I could ever talk to him is on Facebook. I have lots of people, for years up until when Facebook came around, almost 20 years being out of high school, I never talked to anybody from my high school class. And now it's possible with the internet and Facebook and other social networks like it, Pinterest and everything else. So, to me, I use it for too many positive things that the lack of communication that I would get when I take that sabbatical from Facebook would be just, to me, detrimental. I'd lose contact with people, and I just don't want to do that. So, however, I do recognize it's bad. I do recognize that there needs to be balance. This happens to be where I'm recording this video. Happens to be the exact same place I'm sitting at least 8 hours a day for my work. And 9 times out of 10, I like to keep things separate. I have work laptop and I have a personal laptop. You can't see them; they're off to the right here, but I have those things. I have a work cell phone. I have a personal cell phone. The personal cell phone goes with me everywhere. The work cell phone usually stays in here unless I'm traveling for business or unless I got something going on with work. I don't check it after 5 o'clock typically. There's no reason for you to check those things, those work things, after hours unless you're required to. And if you're required to, why are you doing that job? Balance is key. And being able to keep your work life separate from your personal life and spending, that's exactly, I said I would post daily, and I'm going to try and post daily as much as I can, but there will be days like this weekend, both days I really needed to do things. Some with my family, some just with other people. Just don't let the distractions that are possible with any tool that exists take you away from what's important. That means instead of sitting at the dining table looking at this thing, I do it too. I'm not saying I don't. Put it down. Put it face down in the middle of the table. Talk to your family. Go out and do something. There's a video podcast I like to watch called Tech Thing. All right, used to be Techzilla, but with Patrick Norton and Shannon Morse. They would say do something analog. Yeah, you can do that. But just do something that takes you unconnected. And a lot of people will, to bring it back to the Facebook fast. Do you use that time that you're away from things for good? Is it beneficial to just completely go without it and then come back to it? Or if it's more beneficial to not go completely without it, but recognize when it's good to use it, when it's not. To me, that goes back to where I talk about integrating technology with your life. If you can't integrate something with your life, then let it go. If it becomes a problem, let it go. I have a friend, Hope, on Facebook, who she posted this thing, kind of a semi-rant about something that she saw on Steve Harvey, where they were talking about not letting our husbands play video games and things of that nature. Well, I find largely that single folks really have no clue what it's like to be in a marriage until they get married. And I do things for my wife and for my son, not because I feel that I have to or that I am supposed to, but because I love them. So, to me, that kind of thing has to happen daily. So to me, if I ever would fast something, it would probably be something that absolutely positively take me away from God. Facebook doesn't do that. Email doesn't do that. My smartphone doesn't do that necessarily. Although one of the things I am probably going to start fasting to do is I'll still take it with me to church, but I may actually just take an actual paper Bible and leave the phone in my pocket, unless I'm using it to take a picture or something, which can happen in church. But just putting aside those kinds of things, and I don't want to make a change just to make a change and then go back to doing things the way I was doing. I want to make a change that's actually going to be permanent. Like hopefully as I record these videos over time, you're going to see this guy get a lot skinnier. But I have a problem with food. I love it, more than a lot of people do. So it can be a problem. So just do things. Be with your family. Don't be stupid and sit at the dinner table with your phones. I think a week should be done, at least a day, where you either put the smartphones down or you go do something fun with your family. So that's what I think of. I can't make you do anything. This has been Life on a How vlog for Tuesday. I've rambled on far enough. We'll see you next time. God bless.